When it comes to fitness, a lot of people got it wrong, especially in the fitness industry. They'll resort to taking shortcuts, things like steroids, because they're trying to get a certain result in a short period of time. Most of the time, the game that we're in is not the short term. It's the long term game of things, because naturally, the human body can only build about a pound of muscle every single month. So when you got guys wanting to slab on 20 pounds of muscle, realistically, that would take about 20 months, almost 2 years of consistent, dedicated effort. And not a lot of people want to do that because they don't want to spend 2 years doing that. Because if I were to tell you right now, hey, I can guarantee you will build 20 pounds of muscle, look very lean, be walking around making Captain America jealous, but the only caveat is it'll take 20 months to do it, a lot of people would say, nah, I don't know if that's worth it. But what you don't realize is that no matter what, 20 months is going to pass. Time is going to move. So it's like you may as well put that time to use by actually working out and working towards your goal. The things that are worth achieving are things that take time. If you're married, the goal isn't to have the best marriage. The goal is to stay married. And in order to ideally hit that point, the byproduct is that you'll have a really good relationship. Thing with business, it's not necessarily just to have a big business, but it's to stay in business. A lot of the companies around, whether it's mortgage companies, banks, or something like Coca-Cola, they're as successful as they are because they've stayed in business for a long period of time. It's not that they didn't face hard times, it's that they got through those hard times. So with relationships, it's not that the best relationships never had any problems, it's that they got through the problems. It's not on your fitness journey, you'll never get injured, you'll never not feel like going to the gym. Rather, it's despite not feeling like going to the gym, you go. It's despite getting injured, you still find ways to improve your health. I know for me, it's the craziest thing, but every single time I have gotten injured, I come out of it getting better results than I did prior to that moment, because I had to reevaluate how I was doing things in order to heal and basically reevaluate what I was doing at the beginning. And I find ways to do it even better. There's actually this guy, he won, I think, one of the CrossFit games. And on his journey, he had a terrible injury. I forgot what it was. He tore something in his knee. The injury was so bad that he had to essentially relearn how to walk. And then after relearning how to walk, he then had to go through the fundamentals of lifting. But because he went back through those fundamentals and was forced to start from square one with the knowledge and experience that he had and the mindset of, well, I've done it before, I can do it better, he came out better, I'd argue, as a result of that circumstance. But going back to the main point, it's a game of who can stay in the game the longest. It's a game of knowing what the end goal is and continuing to do the necessary things for a long period of time, despite it being boring, despite it being repetitive. And whenever you face a challenge or a hurdle, that is something that prevented somebody else from continuing to move forward. I tell myself that, make it a little bit competitive, because I kind of like that idea where it's damn, this thing that I'm encountering right now is extremely challenging and I feel like giving up. And I remind myself that feeling of giving up was a point at which somebody else actually did give up. But by you staying and continuing and pushing through, you're at a level that not a lot of other people have gotten to. I don't know if you ever played Xbox or PlayStation, where you can see the different achievements or trophies that people get while playing the game. And in the beginning, you finish the first level and it's oh yeah, 98% people got this achievement. And then you get to the third level and it's 78% of people got to this point. And then by the time you beat the game, 50% of people got this. You're telling me that half the people that spent money to play this game didn't even beat it? Are you serious? And then there's the other achievements. Oh, collect every item or something in the game. Those are things where it's only 10%, only 5% of people actually do that. And similarly, every challenge that you face, less and less people are continuing. In the beginning, oh yeah, everyone wants to start getting in shape. Oh yeah, everyone wants to start that business. Oh yeah, everyone wants to go on dates, be in a relationship. But then as time goes on, less and less people stick with that. But it's the people that persist, it's people that push through those problems that end up reaping the massive rewards that's out there, but that not a lot of people are willing willing to grasp. I believe every single person in their DNA have this like code for their own like peak performing self. And what that looks like is different for each and every person. But by not training and not feeding your body the things that it needs, it's not going to unlock those genes. It's not going to begin to express your full potential. And it's a shame, but that's something that just takes time, takes persistence and consistency and going out there and just obviously like you need a right plan. But I guarantee you, if you're able to stick with it and get back on the bandwagon, get back on track in as short a period of time as possible, then you will get the results that you want. I think there's a statistic out there where every 7 years, every cell in the human body is replaced. For example, skin cells, like this will replace itself very quickly. The cells in our mouth replaces itself very quickly, but then there's other cells in the body that take a little bit more time to be replaced by newer, healthier cells. And I think the longest one to replace takes like 7 to 10 years or something like that. What I'm trying to get at is that if you give yourself the time and you stay consistent and you're doing the things that you need to enhance your body, 7 years from now, 10 years from now, you quite literally are a different person. It's kind of like the ship of Sisyphus. It's like a philosophical type of thought experiment where if you have this old, dilapidated pirate ship and over time, they got to replace one board that's rotten with a new board that isn't rotten. Eventually, over time, every single board on the ship will be replaced with new boards. But what if you took those old boards, refurbished them, made them nicer, put those boards together to reform the ship? Which ship would be the ship of Sisyphus? Is it the board where every single old board is replaced with new boards? Or is it the ship where all the old boards were put back together? I would say both ships are the ship of Sisyphus. You've got the original and then you have the ship. So it'd be like, oh, they changed the Coca-Cola recipe. This is the original recipe. And then this is one that we use today. The one that they use today is still the Coca-Cola recipe. The original one is also the Coca-Cola recipe. It's just the original. Anyway, we can't take all the old cells and reform a new version of our previous self. So how are you going to utilize that time? Because the time is passing no matter what. You could either just say, that's too long and not do anything about it. Or you could do something about it and actually like use that time to your advantage. In the beginning of like my fitness journey stuff, I knew what I needed to do and I just knew it was going to take time. And people were like, Alec, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Haha. Like literally, like quite literally people like making fun of me for certain things. Even like the YouTube channel stuff, like who's going to listen to you? And that's just like what happens. People will start to pick fun of you for things. But anyway, in the beginning of my fitness journey, people were quite literally making fun of me for the way I'm doing my exercises, saying I'm stupid, saying I don't know what to do. And I just told myself, stick with it. The results will come. And they started to come. It's like my chest muscles, crazy more developed now. But it was one of those things where like while I was in it, I had to keep telling myself like rewards will come. The rewards will come. Even for like business stuff, it's like painfully slow and financially stuff's just like painfully tight. But it's one of those things where it's the long haul. It's the big picture. Like for the YouTube channel right now, I think it's like I'm barely at 640 subscribers at the time of making this video. Last I checked, it was 639. But at this pace, it's slow growth. It's steady. All I got to do is just stick with it. Like 9 times out of 10 to get towards those bigger results, it's just a matter of sticking with it. Like a lot of people, they just keep trying to change things up, trying new little hacks, new little this, new little that. And it's like, bruh, you've not even done the foundations of your lifts. Or like, dude, you've not even uploaded 100 videos. And it's like, if you just do the fundamentals, like, and just actually like produce and you do it consistently over a long enough period of time, like you're going to see results. I always go back to this story of training my calves because I had someone come up, they're like, man, you're lucky you got them good calf genetics. And it's just like, I was like, okay, when was the last time you trained calves? They're like, well, actually, I'm going to train calves today, and I did it last week. So you only train calves once this week. You trained calves last week. And then how many times did you train it the week before? And they're like, oh, actually, I missed leg day the week before that, so I didn't train calves that week. okay, so this month so far, you've only trained calves twice? Oh yeah, dang, that's crazy. Yeah, I've only trained calves twice. It's like, all right, cool, because I'm doing my calves right now, and this is my second time doing them this week. So in 1 week, I've basically done 1 month's worth of your calf routine, like assuming you only do calves twice a month. So after 2 weeks, that's like 2 months of training calves. After 3 weeks, that's 3 months of training calves. And you can kind of see where I'm going with this. But the issue was like, dude, you're just not training your calves enough. Like just train them at least consistently once every week, and you'll start to see more results that way. And then get to the point where you could do them twice a week, and I'm telling you, you'll start seeing results. So with that, yeah, it's like a lot of people, it's like, how many times have you gone to the gym this week? And it's like, oh yeah, 3 times. But then you find out that like one of the workouts was kind of just like a 15-minute thing real quick on the elliptical, just to break a sweat. The other things were just kind of like half-ass workouts. They only went twice the week before, but then they had that dinner thing. So, you know, they kind of ate a lot of calories that kind of negated all the work that they put in during that week. And you come to find out that it's like, of course it feels like you're kind of like spinning your wheels. It's like you're not actually taking the steps towards where you want to go. It's like everything kind of like loops in on itself. If you want to lose weight, there's going to be some days where you're feeling hungry, and it's not necessarily even a feeling of hunger. That's just what it feels like for your body to start burning fat. And there's going to be some days where you don't want to eat all that protein, but your muscles need it, so you got to do it anyway. There's even going to be days where it's like, I don't want to go to the gym, but if you want results, you're just going to have to go anyway. Shoot, I don't feel like going half the time. Literally, at this point, quite literally half the time, I don't feel like going. I don't know what it is. I'm in like a bit of a slump with things, but sometimes you just got to go. And very rarely will you get to the point of actually like breaking your neck, going to the gym 6-7 days a week consistently. And it's like, okay, yeah, maybe you do need to dial it back. But I highly doubt that is one of the issues. And a fun little hack of knowing if that is an issue, that you're not getting results because you're overtraining, is you're frequently getting injured. That's what happened to me a lot. By actually dialing it back, I actually started getting more results, which was pretty cool. For the results and things that you want, it's like you gotta just sometimes, not even sometimes, you just gotta stick with it longer. Like the fitness game, it's a big picture thing. Like fortunately for weight loss, there's ways of speeding that up, but for muscle building, you just gotta stick with it longer. And even for the weight loss stuff, like the methods of losing it quick, if you lose it fast, you can gain it back fast. That's kind of like how I see it. So you want to be like at this good mid ground where you don't want to lose it so slowly where it's discouraging, but you also don't want to shock your body where you're losing weight so fast that it tries to gain it all back again. Anyway, at the end of the day, getting in shape, it's a big picture thing. It's something that you got to do for the rest of your life. Like if you don't plan on being around on this earth after 20 months, then I guess don't work out, but you're going to feel good after working out anyway. So you may as well go ham during those 20 months. And for me, I plan on lifting and exercising quite literally till the day I die. So I'm giving myself a lot of grace to just stick with it big picture wise. And if you're doing the right things and you keep doing the right things over that period of time, then you're going to get the results that you want. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. Whoever is here and is not subscribed, go do so. And in the meantime, go break a sweat, go drink your protein shakes, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.